Hello friends, good morning. Today is Monday the 22nd and it is time for another weekly update. This one's probably gonna be a shorter one. I did not work on too many different projects in the past week, but first off, welcome if you are new here. My name is Sen. I am an artist and designer. This is my little place on YouTube for everything cross-stitch. Sometimes some other crafts, but mainly cross-stitch. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I love to see you again. Also, little apology in advance if you hear some noises. I hope the camera's not gonna pick it up too much, but our new neighbor I think she got some furniture and, well, I believe she decided to just put them up the moment I started filming or something. Or, well, let's just hope it's not gonna be too bad. Either way, like I said, I did a little bit more stitching, so without much further ado, we will go into that and leave the chatting for the end of the video, shall we? Okay, let's start with the big one. Let me unfold it. I did not work too much on this in the past week. I think I gave it about 400 more stitches, and all of them are in this area. So I did a little bit more filling here in this part of his hair. Let me see if I can get you a little bit closer and you can see better. There, that should work. Just like filling in some ninja stitches here in this part, like the bridge of the nose, still missing some stitches. It's a bit hard to see because it's just like single stitches amidst the sea of gray. But there is a lot I did here in this part mainly. So you will see it in the before and after, I suppose, if I took a proper picture of it, how it looked last week. But that is where we are now. Just move back out so I can give you a full view. Know that I'm not gonna do this in my whip parade, which I believe is already next week, because we are 2 days to Christmas. Yeah, next week is the year will be over and it will be time to film a whip parade. Just in case you have not seen this before, this is what this will look like. So let's move on to the next one. So next up, I also did some more work on this one, working a little bit more in working threads in. This is also probably something where you can't see much of what I worked in. Let me see if I can get the camera closer, because this is a small one. You don't need to be that far away. So what I did, I put about, let me see, 623 more stitches in, all of it filling in, and most of it is hiding under here, under these. So I did work in some threads here, and also some more here, as you can see, but I believe I didn't move further along here, maybe a few stitches from moving them over from here all the way across. But I will let you be the judge of that from the before and after. This is what this currently looks like. I still haven't worked in these ninja threads here. So this is where this is sitting at, and this is what it will look like when it's finished. So it's perfect for winter. And there's 2 more coming that I worked on that you have not seen before, because both of them are new starts. So let's get into those, shall we? So the next one I worked on, I started, is one of my printed kits. I think I said that I wanted to start one of them. I do have a few, so I picked one of them to give them a little start. You can't see much yet. I only worked up here in the top corner. This is gonna be a tree, and I believe it's a cherry tree. So there's black, there's background. It's a night scene, so this is the moon. I think that's pretty obvious. So I do not have a cover picture of it, and you can see it very vaguely up here in the top corner. What it's gonna look like. I will have one for the whipper rate. So, give me 1 second. My cat was doing shenanigans again. But yeah, not too much, but not too little either. Let me see how many stitches I put into this one. I think about a little under 500, so not too many. Like you can see in the back. I always like with printed kits, you can see in the back, you can only see the stitches in the back as long as there's not, you know, they are not filled. This is an 11 count, which is a bit unusual for me. Like stitching with three strands of floss, but well. I am giving this a chance. The last time I tried a printed kit, and obviously I do know that these will not be as detailed as their cover picture tends to be, because they are much smaller, they're pixelated and everything. But the last one was really bad. So I just ripped out the stitches I did and washed the canvas. But I do have some hopes for this one. I just have to finish like a small section, like fully fill it out and see what it looks like. I was thinking would be a good idea to see how the tree branches look, because they are kind of detailed, but maybe I'll just do the moon first and see how the colors look on that, because that is supposed to be very pink. Let's see here. And there is not that much pink in this, like in the colors. I can't show you the colors. But there are a few pretty pinks in here. Like actually color scheme is actually nice. I really do like them. Here's the other colors. So we'll see. We'll see. I am planning on continuing this for a bit. And I was thinking, let me know if you're, in those of you that also like occasionally stitch printed kits, if you're interested in, I do have a method of putting these into markup. I don't know if that works with Pattern Keeper as well, but I have put my printed, or I'm working on putting all of my printed patterns, printed kits into markup as well. I have done so with this one. It's not ideal, but it works to count the stitches. And I think, well, I've been thinking about doing a Flosstube extra early next year and show just how I do it. And if anybody's interested in that, let me know. If not, I'll probably still do it. Just, it doesn't work like stitching from it, not really, but I mean, you don't have to because they're printed, but it works to count the stitches. So that's the important part for me. But yeah, that's this one. Let's move to the last. Now, last, but certainly not least, you are getting a first view at next month's Patreon pattern. And this might seem familiar because this will be the winter companion to the Cozy Autumn sampler, which some of you really liked. So I was like, why not make a winter companion for it? I do not have it printed out yet. Let me move the camera a little out because this too is long. So that's better. So there is going to be more down here, but I didn't get to that yet. I do not know if I'll manage to finish the model over the holidays to the start of January, but this is where it is at currently, because I did start it. And this will be, like I said, January's Patreon pattern. It is the winter, like the Cozy Winter sampler. You have snow up here, the holly berries, there's gonna be some other motifs down here. We have our little house. Now there's the camera. This one is obviously very snowy. The trees are no longer believed. There will be snow here, and well, we'll freeze the river, so that's gonna be a thing. And then down here we will have, like same as with the autumn sampler, the holly berries will be down here again, and then we will have another motif down here. So we will see how this one comes along until the start of January. And I might, yeah, I'm not sure if I will do another video on next Monday, probably, because I still need to do a December wrap up, or maybe I will just push it into Wednesday instead of Monday, because, well, then I know exactly how much I stitched the rest of December, because there will be 2 more days, and then on the 1st will be the whip parade. But that is all my stitching for last week. I was mainly focusing on this one. I think I already gave it, let me check, 1,612 stitches over the past week. I did start it on Friday. Give me a moment. My cat is being a nuisance again. So many pauses today. And I will be focusing on this some more this week, because I kind of do want it finished. Will I manage? It's still sitting at 36%. We will see. There's a lot of stitches left to be done. It's doable, but again, I might not stitch anything else if I just focus on this. But that aside, that's all the stitching done. Let's move us back around and we will see what else there is. And we are back. Like I said, not too much stitching to show this week, so this video is maybe gonna be a bit shorter. We'll see when I'm done with the editing. But other than the stitching, like I said in last week's video, if you've been there to watch it, I have put my latest pattern up on Etsy. Let me show it to you. It's this one. So you can get this now. I just added it this morning before starting to film. So if you want to stitch this along with me, because I'm very casually doing the model for this, because this is more like a passion stitching, but also model stitching at the same time. You can now get it in my Etsy shop. And well, Patreon's coming up as well, so if you like the Cozy Winter Sampler and want to join my Patreon for January to get it next week when it comes up, the link will be down in the description. And that will also be my first full year of Patreon, actually, coming up in January. And well, my Patreon community is tiny. We do have 2 lovely people there, which have been supporting me from day one, which I am so immensely grateful for. And even if it will just start being the 2 of you for the next year as well, and nobody else joins, I will still be making patterns for you, because again, I very much love to do so, and I am very, very thankful for your continued support. So that is one thing. And well, now I lost my train of thought. This is also a theme with me. But what I was getting at, if you want to join the Patreon for the Cozy Winter Sampler, you can do so. It is a €5 tier. And I believe it's around $6 if you're American, or maybe it's even $5 or something, because I don't think you need to pay the VAT, like the European digital tax shenanigans. But I'm not exactly sure how that works. You let me know. But if you decide to join the Hoarder tier, which is the higher one, that's a €12 one, you can also still get the Autumn Sampler, the companion piece to this one, because that tier gets all of the patterns from the last 6 months. So you get 6 patterns for €12, which I think is a steal. You might disagree, but I think that is a steal. Anyway, shop shenanigans aside, for plans, and then I think I mentioned it, but you know, if you're returning, you know, my brain's all jumbled all the time. My next video might not be next Monday. I think I will just do it on Wednesday, maybe. But maybe I will do it on Monday. I don't know yet. I have not decided yet. Maybe I don't want to film 2 days in a row. But I can't really do... No, I'll do it on Wednesday evening. So I can do a proper December wrap-up and be done. And then I'll upload it. and on Thursday morning, on the 1st, I will do my whip parade, which will be a long one because now with me starting the Cozy Winter Sampler, I am going into 2026 with 100 whips. So we will be looking at those 100 whips. I'm still going over collecting all of the progress pictures from my last whip parade, which was in February this year. So I'm screenshotting all of the pictures from that whip parade so I can insert them as look at what this looked during my last whip parade. Has there been any progress in the last 8 months? And for some there will be none. We'll see. And yeah, that's the plan for now. Not too much in regards of life updates. I think I said we had a market on Saturday, like last week Saturday. That was another train wreck, so I'm not even going into that. It was a tiny bit better than the one we had 2 weeks ago. It was still not really worth the effort of going, which is unfortunate. And I suppose, well, there were quite a few more people there, but people weren't really spending much money. So I'd say but before Christmas is always hit or miss, so maybe they just all already spent all of their money for Christmas presents and everything. There will be one in early January, which I have not confirmed yet with the organizer if we'll be there or not. So I'll post you when we know. Other than that, Christmas is in 2 days. So I hope you all have your house in order and all of your little presents bought and packed if you do presents. This year my mom's handling everything, so that's nice. I don't have to bother. And well, for me, my friend and I, we're probably not gonna do much on the 24th. We will probably just have a nice dinner and chill. And then we will be at my parents' house together with my brother and sister-in-law and my nephews on the 25th for Christmas brunch and to give the kiddos all their presents. And then we'll probably also have dinner, and then we will be heading home again. And that is all we are doing for Christmas. I hope you are going to have a great Christmas, because this time I definitely will not be seeing you again before the holidays are over. And until then, I hope I will see you again next week. Have a lovely time and happy stitching, my friends. Bye bye.